Close your eyes. The shoreline fades, and a cathedral of blue opens around you. Thrusters whisper. Sunlight breaks into ribbons across a curved glass dome. A manta ray turns like a ship's sail, and suddenly the future isn't in space, it's under the waves. Personal submarines you can pilot, hotels where you sleep inside the sea, robots with fingertips that work a kilometer down, even blueprints for cities spiraling into the deep. The ocean is waking up, and these 8 inventions are your doorway. Let's dive in. Number 8. Seabob F5SR. You grip the handles and squeeze. The Seabob hisses forward like a silent rocket. A flick of your wrist, and you bank through a tunnel of bubbles, skimming over coral as sunbeams tilt and scatter. No tanks required to taste underwater flight, just you, a battery, and the rush of moving like a dolphin on demand. In minutes, the water turns into a playground. You carve left, roll through a shaft of light, then skim the sand so close you feel the texture in your fingertips. You surface laughing, then dive again because you can. This isn't a toy, it's a key. A small superpower that makes the ocean feel close, friendly, and yours. But that's just the beginning. From handheld speed to borrowed hands in the abyss. Number 7. Ocean 1K. An underwater robot slips into the twilight, and you borrow its senses. Ocean 1K streams stereo vision to your screen and haptic feedback to your fingertips, so when its soft grippers brush an ancient amphora 1,000 meters down, you feel the resistance. Telepresence becomes touch. A pilot on the surface, a body in the deep. Shipwrecks and fragile reefs that once broke under clumsy metal claws now yield their secrets carefully, delicately. You can lift, turn, and place without harm. It's archaeology without risk, science without guesswork, and exploration that keeps its promise. The deep stops being off-limits. It becomes a place you can visit with your own hands, extended through a machine that feels like an avatar. If that seems futuristic, wait for what's next, a suit that makes you the sub. Number 6. Nutco Exosuit. Step in, seal the hatch. The world goes quiet. The exosuit keeps your body at surface pressure while rings of gleaming alloy move with your shoulders and hips, and thumb-sized thrusters hold you steady in the water column. You descend hundreds of meters and work for hours, placing sensors on the seafloor, sampling sponges, tracing cables along a cliff without a decompression clock ticking in your head. When it's time to return, you rise like an elevator and step out as easily as you stepped in. No stops, no chamber, no days lost to nitrogen. It looks like sci-fi armor. It works like a one-person submarine. It feels like a new sense grafted onto the human body. Strength and safety where humans were never meant to go. But sometimes you don't want a suit. You want a window you can take with you. Number 5. U-Boat Works Nemo 2. The surface turns to silver above you as the Nemo 2 sinks on a cushion of air. The acrylic sphere is so clear you forget it exists until a soft reflection drifts by. At 100 meters, an undersea cliff drops into indigo, and your hull lights paint the stone in gold. A turtle glides past at eye level. A school of jacks pivots like a flock of mirrors. You rest a hand on a joystick, and the sub answers like a thought. Forward, hover, turn, calm, silent, controlled. You're not looking at the ocean through a porthole. You are inside the ocean with a window wrapped around you. 2 seats means sharing the moment without breaking the spell. And a trained operator can have you piloting confidently in an afternoon. It's a personal window to a world that stops feeling distant the moment you enter. And when more people want the same view, the ocean becomes a theater. Number 4. Triton 660/9 AVA. 9 seats, 1 crystal capsule. The pilot dims the lights, and the hull disappears until you're sitting inside a 360-degree panorama. Kelp forests sway like slow-motion curtains. Manta rays sweep past like dancers leaving the stage. A shark glides by, all muscle and grace, then vanishes into sapphire. At 200 meters, color still blooms and sunlight still finds you. For resorts, it's a shuttle to wonder. For filmmakers, an edit bay with gills. For scientists, a classroom that moves. Dive after dive, hour after hour, the extraordinary becomes routine, and the routine becomes transformative. You start to recognize individuals. You learn the rhythm of a reef. You feel the ocean breathe. If visiting isn't enough, try sleeping there. Number 3. The Maraca. Down a spiral staircase, the world turns liquid. Your bedroom sits 5 meters under the sea, wrapped in a private acrylic dome. Morning is a green light and parrotfish nibbling coral a meter from your pillow. Afternoon is coffee with a turtle hovering like a thought. Night is bioluminescent sparks drifting past your window like stars rearranging themselves. The sound is a gentle hush, the kind you feel more than hear. The Maraca is part villa, part submarine, all surreal. It turns ocean view into ocean room and proves that living under the waves can feel effortless and calm. Suddenly, the idea of an underwater neighborhood doesn't seem so far away. From one suite to a station that keeps humans underwater for weeks at a time. Number 2. Proteus. Think International Space Station, but 20 meters down. Proteus is a modular habitat planned by Fabien Cousteau and designer Yves Behar. Bunks and galley, dry and wet labs, a moon pool that opens straight onto the reef, even an underwater greenhouse glowing emerald in the blue. Life here runs on a different clock. You wake underwater, suit up, and step through the pool to begin a day of science without commuting from the surface or carving your schedule around decompression limits. Missions last week. Experiments run continuously. Storms pass overhead while the habitat hums, steady and bright. Outside, autonomous drones map canyons in slow arcs. ROVs shuttle tools and samples. School kids reach into coral nurseries via telepresence. It's a working address below the waves, the bridge from today's dives to tomorrow's neighborhoods. You don't just visit a reef, you live with one long enough to understand it. And if a lab can thrive, could a city breathe? Number 1. Ocean Spiral. A floating sphere at the surface glows like a lantern. A spiral spine winds into the deep toward a base that sips temperature gradients for clean power and recycles everything it can. Streets curve like shells. Greenhouses breathe. Submersible taxis slide along the spiral like elevators in a skyscraper made of sea. Shimizu's Ocean Spiral sketches a blueprint for an underwater city. Thousands of residents, schools and clinics, workshops and gardens, life that doesn't shut down when a hurricane roars, because pressure and water are already part of the plan. Ambitious? Absolutely. Distant? Yes. But trace the path and you can see it. Scooters that teach us to move, robots that lend us hands in the dark, suits that carry our bodies deeper, personal and group subs that make visiting normal, suites that make sleeping routine, and habitats that turn days into weeks. From small capsules to neighborhoods, the leap is enormous, but every step is already on the map. So how close are we really? Closer than it looks from shore. Today you can rent a sea bob and feel the ocean catch you, pilot a personal sub with a trained operator, tour in a Triton, sleep 5 meters down, and watch Ocean 1K lift a relic 1,000 meters below, feeling its weight through haptic controls. Next, habitats like Proteus anchor long missions, reef health track day by day, medical research on how pressure nudges biology, robotics teams rehearsing swarms for inspection, repair, and conservation. Drones and ROVs will knit these places together, small fleets that scout, deliver, and monitor while humans rest. With each sub built, each robot launched, each habitat funded, the future descends one quiet meter at a time.